Hi, everybody. Welcome to Cover the Spread here for Sunday, August 24th, 2025. Hey, if you're new to Cover the Spread, make sure you subscribe. Give us a thumbs up as well. Greatly appreciate it. And hey, when you flip on that notification bell, you'll get notified when this video drops. And you can grab the best of the number with us. Glad you're here joining us on a Sunday. I got Ramon with me. Got Al with me here for Sunday's slate. As always, we got three here on the diamond for you to get to. We'll see how the Cappers are doing first, though, and then we'll get right to the three. We got to finish off the weekend's action here and cover the spread. Heading over to Ramon to get us started. How are you doing here, buddy?
Well, we're doing good. We'll maybe do a little bit better after the weekend here. I'll have to get back to you on that. I'll have to get Al back to Al on that, too. It's just my weekend depends on how we do against a bad blue, if you know what I mean. So let's go. We got one.
We know the Padres got one back on Big Bad Blue, so hey, shout out to that one. We got the under too, no doubter there on the under. Great playoff action. And we're gonna enjoy the rest of that one here on Sunday as well. I don't know where Al. How are you doing here, buddy?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I guess Ramon's weekend must be off to a better start than mine. I guess going by that. But hey, we got some Saturday night baseball action coming up, and hopefully I can start celebrating my weekend. Hopefully sometime during that game, but definitely hoping that the result ends well for the Dodgers and they tie the series up, obviously. But hey, shout out the Padres. That was a great game, by the way. Great little pitchers duel we got there in game one. Excited to see what we get in game two here, and yeah, I mean, again, it should be a great series. But look out, Ramon. Don't think it's going to be that easy.
No cakewalks.
Once every 15 or 20 years, they let the Padres win. I used to be able to tease the Dodgers; they couldn't win either, but they finally won. So we'll share the wealth a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I know I had to wait a long time to celebrate a big Dodgers win, but hey, you're right. It does feel good.
Definitely does feel good to win. So let's speaking of winning, let's get to it. The first game we got on the docket here for Sunday, we got the Washington Nationals taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. This is Ramon's game. He's going to get a start here on Sunday. Slate, Nats, Phillies. What do you got?
Yeah, for sure. And the Nats kind of stunned them there in game one. It should be Philly shouldn't be messing around with these guys like that, but it's a little bit of a rivalry, I think, too, in a way. But I just think with Ranger Suarez here going up against Urban, you have Washington struggles against this team, despite what we saw there on Friday night. I mean, they've lost 13 of the last 20 against Philadelphia and 12 of the last 14 here in Philly against these guys, and Philly had a winning streak going on here before that loss. But I just think with Suarez here, it should be a dominating effort. I like him on the run line here. Phillies actually crush Urban. You can go down the list of Philadelphia stars that have strong numbers against Urban coming into this game. So I just look for him to hit them early and often. I mean, Rodd was reading me the list like it sounded like an all-star team with Harper, with Realmuto, with Kepler, with Bader, and all these guys mashing as well. So give me Philadelphia for sure. I mean, we know that they're still under some pretty heavy pressure here to keep things going right now, as the division leader, but you're maneuvering yourself there. You want to keep winning. I'm going to take Philadelphia with Suarez on the run line on Sunday.
Head on over to Al. What do you like here in this one? Washington or Phillies here on Sunday?
Yeah, I like the Phillies in this one. Obviously, coming off a disappointing loss, as Ramon just mentioned. They got off to a rough start in that one, then came back, and going up against the worst bullpen in the league, managed to have their bullpen give it up in the ninth there, and again couldn't quite get anything back at the bottom of that inning either. So, in the bottom of that inning. So yeah, I do expect them to have a better one here, and I was originally leaning Phillies first five on the run line. You could go ahead and lay that half run with the Phillies there early. But I think the better play here, maybe not better, but another look that I guess I'll be going with as my play will just be to take the Phillies team total over, as these guys mentioned. They've gone to Irvin in the past, and well, I think that this time they do a little more damage against that Washington bullpen as well. So Phillies team total over for me.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the prop here. Since we know we're just pick out a Philly. Pick a Philly to mash Irving. So that's what I'm going to do. Pick a Philly.
Hey, you can pick two.
You can pick two, I think, maybe, to smash Irving in this one. So give me Marsh. I'm going to go with Marsh to smack a home run and get a ribby here against Irving. He's had some pretty successful numbers facing Irving in his career. So give me Marsh. The Phillies to match for us in that one. All right, let's head on over to the second game we got on the slate. Love this game. Should be a good one. We got the San Francisco Giants taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. This is Al's game. He's going to get us going. What do you like, Giants or Brewers here on Sunday?
Yeah, this one should be another great pitchers duel here between Brandon Woodruff getting the start for the Brewers. Now, he is coming off his worst start of the season and his first loss of the season as well, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. Again, going up against one of the worst, not worst offenses in the league, but definitely in a bit of a slump right now. The Giants are just not getting many runs across the plate, and just haven't been able to get many wins. I mean, Robbie Ray's been great for them. He's still 10-6 on the season, but again, he's gotten most of those wins before the Giants' current form. So right now, I expect him to come out and have himself a solid start. Could definitely look at the under in this game between these two starters, but just expect Woodruff to get more run support in this one. So I'll go with the Brewers here. Should be a decent line against Ray. But again, if somehow this line does manage to creep up over and you'd have to end up laying more than minus 150, go ahead and just lay that run line along with it. But it should be good on the money line here.
Headed on over to Ramon. What do you like hearing this one? Giants or Brewers here on Sunday?
Yeah, it was easy to bet on some regression for Woodruff. I mean, he was basically, if you times 3 that start he had, he'd be the best pitcher in baseball. So he's going to come back down to earth. Woodruff's always been very consistent before his injury there, and seeing him come back just goes to show you what the type of pitcher I think he is. But again here. Numbers almost similar to Ray. I'd compare it at least to this point. Ray 7-18 to the under though this season. In Ray starts, we know he's very solid 1.1 whip coming in and a batting average just above 200 for his opponents here. And for Woodruff here, look. I'm not saying that he's overshooting the moon here a little bit with some of those numbers, but when you talk about a 0.84 whip after 7 or 8 starts here, you got to think he's still got some good stuff left here in Milwaukee. Like I said, they're full of great starters here, and that's why people are starting to fade this Brewers team like, they're not the team that's going to win the World Series. I get that. A lot of good teams, but I kind of want to be on the opposite of that if the public's starting to go that way. Anyway, I'm going the under here in this one. 2 solid starters here for sure with Ray and Woodruff. We know the Giants, even though the bullpen's been slipping just a tiny bit, the numbers indicate they're still pretty elite this season. Give me the under with the Giants and the Brewers.
And for me here in this one, I like the under here in the first 5. You look at Brandon Woodruff and rolling right along. I'll give him the blip. You can call it a blip. That's really not. He went 4 innings last time. He really only gave up 5 hits. He got himself in trouble with a walk. Gave up three walks in that one, and gave up 3 earned runs. Didn't give up any long balls because he has been known to give up a few or 2 long balls. Has Woodruff in that nice little run where he's seeing it 1 or 2, but I just don't see it. I think he hasn't given up any more than 5 hits in his last 8 starts this season. So. I think we get solid bounce back. Give it to him because it was against the Cubs, and we know the Cubs can smack it a little bit. And it was close. And then look at what Robbie Ray's been doing, rolling along himself. He did get beat by the Padres, but he bounced back and then got the win, only because the Giants gave him enough run support. But you look at that game previous to that against the Padres, Giants were only able to get him 1 run. And I think that's what happens here. I think it's going to be really tough for the Giants to score anything at all in this one. So give me the under first 5. Low-scoring game here in this one, and definitely with Al here on the Brewers as well. That wraps up Game number 2. Let's head on over to the third game we got here on the card here for Sunday. We got the Cubs taking on the Angels. This is a game I love. We'll get to it. I'll get going. We got the Matthew Boyd show rolling for the Cubs. Hey, you had hit a little blip there, did Matthew Boyd, where the team had lost, last 4. But hey, he turned things around. And funny enough, it was against the Brewers that he turned it around in that Woodruff show that we just seen, where you look what he'd been doing. He went 5 innings, gave up 6 hits, a couple walks, a couple earned runs, but hey, the Cubs gave him enough run support. So that got him the big W in that one for Matthew Boyd. Hey, the Cubs, we know that they can at times not give you some run support, but I think going here against Kyle Hendricks on the bump, we've seen what he's been doing. And there's the Kyle Hendricks we know over his last few starts. He's been getting roughed up. He was supposed to start today on Saturday, I believe, and they pushed him back here to this spot to start here for the Angels. Why? Maybe he needs an extra day rest, they figure, because his last 3 definitely he's been getting rocked. He's got the 7.5 ERA going. He's 14 innings, giving up 12 earned runs over that time span, 6 walks, and a 1.75 whip. Not good. There, I think the Cubs have a field day with Hendricks, and then they just continue right into that Angels bullpen. I'm going to take the Cubs to smash the Angels here on Sunday. I'm going to take them on the run line here. I think it's a big game for Chicago and company with Boyd. After that win, I think he continues back on and gets himself a nice little winning streak going again. Give me the Cubs on the run line in this one on Sunday. Turn over to Al. What do you like here in this one? Cubs or Angels on Sunday?
Yeah, a lot of different interesting stats to look at in this one for sure. Well, I definitely like the Cubs. They're obviously the much better team here, so I do expect them to get the job done. I do agree that I would take Taillon over Hendricks as well. But these guys actually, and you see their season-long numbers, definitely not the best starters in the league. We're not having any Cy Youngs in this matchup, but they actually do have some pretty impressive numbers against each other's lineups. And so that being said, though, I think that they do. I don't think they're going to be able to keep up those numbers against. I mean, Town has given up a 103 batting average to these Angels, and Hendricks has held them to just a 217 average. The Cubs. So again, I don't think they'll be able to keep up those numbers forever. These starters. I think these offenses get to them a little bit. The wind slightly blowing out, and what's expected to be a hot, sunny day. So I'll take this one to get over the total.
Headed on over to Ramon. What do you like hearing this one? Cubs or Angels here on Sunday?
Well, I got to look to the over in this one. Look, I've always been a Kyle Hendricks fan for sure, but I'm also a realist. And these numbers aren't, going to get any better with him. He's going to be out there. He's durable. He's not going to strike you out very often. But look, he can last a few innings here. I'm surprised that Boyd's going here. This is a little bit of short notice for a short rest for him, a day short on rest. So I think that could be an issue actually here, especially against a good Angels lineup. So I'm going to go over in this one for sure here. I don't know if the Cubs are feeling pressured a little bit right here with this situation. I mean, they have some other guys that can probably go in this spot, but I would think that this is a little bit, maybe the Cubs are gambling a little bit here right now. I don't know if they need to necessarily. I mean, they're pretty comfortable in the wild card chase. So I think they'll probably end up going the bullpen early here if Boyd is the starter. So I'm going to go over in this one with Cubs and the Angels here on Sunday.
Just quick note, definitely. I'll let you know in the comment section if it changes. I'm looking to see that Boyd did get a start, but hey, he could get pushed back here in this spot. It is definitely 100% a possibility, as Ramon alluded to. So,
I'm seeing some Boyd too. By the way, I'd seen Town in my notes. I've seen both. So yes, this one could, I guess, go either way. But yeah, we'll keep you posted in the comments.
So even if it's Taillon for me, I still like the Cubs here to smash Hendricks. That's what I'm looking at here. Hendricks has been reverting back to the Hendricks we know that giving up runs open empty, and these Cubs bats we know can come to life. So whoever is the starter for the Cubs, I really like the Cubs on the run line either way, whether it's Boyd or Taillon on the bump for me, along with the over, because Cubs might be able to get there on their own. Hey,
Angels still one of the most underrated offenses for sure this season, and they've kind of been overlooked.
correct.
Because, not that good of a team, but we know they've got the guys.
They definitely it could be in a smash fest. It could be a 10-8 game here on Sunday. Definitely a big possibility. Hey, that wraps up Sunday's action here. Let us know what you think about the 3 games we covered, as always, in the comments section below, or let us know what your favorite play of Sunday is. And hey, let's do a quick little recap before we head on out. First game we looked at, we got the Washington Nationals taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Ramon's game, he says, grab the Phillies there in that one. Next game we looked at, we got Al's game, the Giants taking on the Brewers. Al says grab the Brewers here in this one. And then the last one we looked at, Cubs taking on the Angels. I say grab the Cubs here in this one. Grab the Cubs big. They win on the run line there in that matchup. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in here. Let's finish off the weekend strong and do what we always do, and that is cover the spread.